I look at it like this. Albums aren't dead, but singles rule the world. Singles rule the world. It's been a singles economy for a while when it comes to the music industry, but albums are not dead. I look at it like this. It's like baseball. You load the bases with singles, and then you do a grand slam with an album, and then you collect, right? So you load your bases with singles, you keep dropping singles, keep building the fan base, keep feeding the machine, keep growing, and that's with your features, your collaborations, you're promoting in between songs, marketing in between songs, and then you clean up and you release an album, right? But you don't waste your songs. Like someone was asking me on the last challenge, and if you haven't joined the next challenge, go to 10x your fanbase /live challenge, okay? Join it. But one of the questions is like, okay, I released 12 songs, right, on my last album. 9 of them were singles, and they all got pitched to the release radar. They all got promoted by themselves, except for 2 songs. One of them was kind of like an intro, but then the other song was a full song. And what's interesting is that other full song, it's not getting barely any streams. It's not getting any love because it's just kind of like filler. But the point is like, it wasn't filler to me. Like, sure, it's not, I don't think it's the best song, but a lot of fans actually like really like it. And so I'm like, dang, man, like, should that have been a single? And so the question when the artist was asking me, he's like, well, was it a waste? I'm like, yeah, kind of. I spent some good money on that song, and it's probably not gonna, eventually it'll make its money back and more, but that might be years, because it's just not getting the streams. It's not getting the push. Now, it's a part of the album, and so I'm selling all these albums, and so, like, obviously with all the albums, single sales, everything's way more than made my money back. But the point is that song itself is kind of like, probably could have kept it for something different, like, and kept it as another single. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, why did I have to put all these new songs on there? Like, why didn't I save that? Like, as I'm even recording this video, why didn't I save it? Because it's just kind of getting tossed out there. And maybe you've done this as well, where you've released, a bunch of singles, and you're like, oh, I gotta put the album out. And this is one of the things, like, I can talk to you about and help coach you through and plan it when we're on the challenge, if you want to ask questions, so that, we can plan out your release schedule, right? So that it can be most effective in marketing, most effective in your money spending your money. Because, like, look, I'm with you, man. I want, like, just because I got a million monthly listeners or whatever, I'm successful, doesn't mean that I'm not really wise with my money and try to be cost effective. Like, heck, I'm driving a hybrid car here, man. We're trying to be as cost effective as we can. And so I really want to encourage you, man, like, don't waste your song. Save it for a deluxe edition. Save it for stuff. And if you've already released the songs, okay, it is what it is. But what I've said before is that you can always re-release a song as a remix. You can get another feature on it and re-release it and re-blow it up and then pitch it again and bring some attention. Like, what I've realized after doing this thing for over 20 years, man, some songs can just blow up years later. Like, my song charted in the Shazam charts in China the other week. Like, we had as my song Age of My Life. I shared another video how it's been blowing up in China. And I shared how a lot of Chinese labels were trying to hit me up and take the rights from me and stuff like that. I was like, heck no, dude. And so I got my Apple Music report every week, and it was charting like top Shazams, man. It's crazy. And this is a song that's been out now 8 years. And so, like, that's the thing, man. Like, if you're in this for the long term, like, stop thinking about, like, you're just investing today and think about the long term. Like, I say to some artists, like, look, you're investing now so that you can now make way more than that over the long term. Like, it's so worth it if you're thinking the long term. If you're thinking just get rich quick now, then that's not going to work. But one thing my buddy Myron said about, like, get rich quick schemes is a scheme means schematic. It means plan. And the reason a lot of artists go broke is because they don't have a plan. You know, they always say beware of get rich quick schemes. It's like, no way, give me the scheme, give me the plan, man. I want to get rich quick. They warn you about the get rich quick schemes, but they don't warn you about the stay broke for the rest of your life schemes, right? They keep you broke as a joke, you know what I'm saying? And not knowing how to market, being afraid to sell. Like in movies and cartoons, they're always demonizing the business guy, always demonizing the sales guy. Yet as artists, as musicians, as record label owners, what do we have to do to survive? We have to sell. You're selling. You're selling your brand. You're selling your music. You're selling your merch. You're selling tickets to your shows. You have to learn to sell, right? It's not wrong. It's not evil. It's not sleazy. Is it rude for me to say, yo, okay, guys, hope you like that song. That song is called Teardrops. That's on our new album. You can go get it at the back, man. Plus, if you get the new album, we'll sign it for you. Or if you want to get, I'm pretending that the show is the crowd, right? Or, if you buy a t-shirt, we'll just give you the album for free. Thanks so much, guys. This next song is inspired by this or that. Hope you love it. And then you go and you sing your next song. Like, was that sleazy? Was that mean? Was that rude? No, it wasn't, man. Like, come on, bro. The reason you ain't making money, you haven't put together bundles, you haven't put together offers, and like, you just got to learn how to market and how to sell and put effort into it. You got to put effort. We got to put effort into the right places. Okay, the right places. All right, like, man, like I work with a trainer. I just got back from my Muay Thai kickboxing, which I love. It gets me in shape. And there's certain exercises I can be running or walking and not putting much effort in or whatever, but my trainer tells me to do the right things to get the right burn, and I'm getting a way better workout in the same amount of time or even less amount of time. And so work smarter, not harder. You want to use leverage, and online marketing is your best leverage. It is your best leverage, online marketing. Facebook ads are still as cheap as they've ever been. YouTube ads are still as cheap. Spotify ads, like, are you kidding me? Come on, man. Anyways, I want to invite you to the next challenge. It's going to be freaking awesome. 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. I will see you there. Get a VIP ticket because those are the bomb, because then that way I get to know you. I get to song critique your stuff. I get to help you with your ads. You get to ask questions. I get to know you, build a relationship, and then you decide if you want to work with me long term, man. Hey, let's date before we get married here, all right? Love you guys, man. Keep going.